The young heckler called Cam out, resulting in quite the back and forth. Take a listen.
You're a free agent, Rick. You're a free agent. You about to be pulled. I'm Rick. You about to be pulled. I'm Rick. You about to be pulled. I'm Rick. You're a free agent. I'm Rick. You're a free agent. I'm Rick. He's a free agent. Where's your daddy at? Let me talk to your dad. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. Where's your dad? You're a free agent. Your dad. You're a free agent. You ass. Talk to. Let me. Where's your dad? Where's your pop?
All right, this is a disturbing video. We could do an hour on this, folks. LeVar Arrington, I'm going to start with you. Will Cam prove his doubters wrong next season?
I mean, it doesn't matter if he proves his doubters wrong. I mean, because he's always going to have doubters. And that's just what it comes down to. No matter what Cam does, Cam has been one of those polarizing figures that people love to doubt him. People love to criticize him. People love to have something to say about him, probably because they could never be Cam. I mean, when you look at him, he's a good-looking dude. He handles himself well. Has he had a few checkered moments? Sure he has. Who hasn't? I just look at this video, and I look at the topic and the subject line, and it's kind of like the same exact thing. It's a misunderstood situation. What will Cam be next year? If he gets on the team, Cam will be a positive contributor and leader to the team. When I look at that video, it goes viral. I saw how many people were upset about it, and the kid is this, and why did Cam respond that way? Well, let me tell you something. If you are around these millennials, and I mean the super generation X, Y, and Z millennials, they different. These babies different. They just come from a different way. They handle things differently. So if that shocked you and that scared you, it's because you're not around these babies enough. Cam is around these kids all the time, all right? I'm a high school football coach. I do 7-on-7s. I do camps. I do youth camps. I'm around these kids. We're around each other all the time. I get into a debate discussion with dudes like this all the time, where you will look at the tone of it and the expectation of what you think a young man should treat in reverence of an adult, and you'll be mortified what you thought you saw, the content and the context of it. But the intent, if you're not there, if you're not around these kids, if you don't understand who they are and where they come from and how they communicate, which Cam does an excellent job of being able to relate and be around these young men and impact them in a way because he's able to be with them, not somebody that's on the television that is untouchable. So when I saw that, and I thought to myself, man, so many people were upset with the kid. So many people were upset with the way Cam responded. No, it's the intent. They were interacting. That was an interaction. Did it get caught up and blown up and put on social media? That's what everything does. That little kid probably looked at that joint and was like, man, like I went viral off of talking trash with Cam Newton. That was it. Not I disrespected Cam Newton, not I told Cam Newton he wouldn't be anything and he ain't this and he's a free agent this and it's the culture of what these camps and these 7-on-7s have become. And if you don't understand the content and the culture of it, you should probably reserve your opinions until you hear a response from Cam Newton. Like him saying where your daddy is, he's sunning him. Him saying he's a free agent is his response. It's the same exact approach to looking at Cam's career. He will always be a misunderstood figure, but yet a positive figure to those who are close to him.
Chris, I'll let you go next because I disagree vehemently with LeVar. So
I like that.
I'll let you go first.
Yeah, now, LeVar, you've gone all kumbaya on us now. I mean, look, I get it. These millennials are different. That was disrespectful. And when I think Cam didn't expect, like the kids obviously calling him out, and he didn't just say, you're going to be a free agent. He was saying I don't even know if I can say it on TV, but he was calling him out, saying basically you can't play no more. Your game is weak. And I think Cam, in stepping to him, figured the kid's going to lighten up. I'm just playing, because you step to a kid like that, you're a superstar, and you think he's going to give you the respect you deserve at your own camp, no less. And I thought, Cam, look, nobody liked hearing Cam say, I'm rich. All right. You don't have to put him in his place like that. But overall, I think Cam handled it well. And I think when Cam was saying, where's your father? he wanted to address the father, like, with strength. Like, I think, because I would have been in that situation, I would have done it. I wouldn't know, you don't want to, he's not going to say anything negative to the 15-year-old kid, but I bet you if his dad was there, he would have been like, yo, control your boy. All right, I'm trying to help. I'm opening up this camp to these kids to help them. And he's coming in here disrespecting me like this? You better handle this.
You can't.
And so I'm not giving this kid a pass. Look, he's 15. Yeah. He can obviously learn from it, move on. It's not the end of the world. But to show that type of disrespect to a professional athlete at his camp, it just shows me if the kid, to your point, LeVar, is sitting there like, yo, I went viral, and not thinking, man, I disrespected Cam Newton, this great black athlete, then that's a problem too. He should be looking at it like, you know what, that wasn't cool. And his coach saw it in the video that Cam posted later, and it was just unfortunate. I thought Cam handled it well for the most part. Can I answer your question, though, J-Mac, about Cam proving his doubters wrong next year? Unfortunately, I don't think he will.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he'll get the chance. I mean, where is he going and being handed the starting job?
Yeah, he's probably going to have to be a backup. Yeah.
New England.
I don't think.
I thought this year Cam was going to go to New England, lead them to the playoffs, and either have a long-term, a few years with New England, or set himself up to get signed elsewhere. Because Belichick and McDaniels, what they do is they put their quarterback in the best position to make him succeed with his strengths and skills.
Yeah.
They tried to do it for Cam, and you saw Cam I think he's just taking too many hits, guys. He's carried the ball over 1,000 times. No other quarterback's ever done that. And we know they let the defensive players hit him like he was a fullback. And so I think that it's just taking its toll on Cam. He's not going to be any more motivated this offseason than he was last offseason. He's not going to be able to work any harder this offseason than he did last offseason. We remember the videos. He looked great. He was working out. He was talking about, I'm about to roar. There's only one animal in the jungle, and I'm about to blank roar. I mean, he was ready. Yeah. And we saw what happened. So I just think, unfortunately, Cam's time as a star has passed. Even as a starter, maybe has passed. He probably can go somewhere, be a backup. I think he can be an asset in a locker room. Guys like him. He can help his starter out. But I think that's the next step for Cam Newton's career.
So I agree with all that. Cam will be a backup somewhere next season. But, LeVar, about the kid's moment, and, yes, it was disrespectful. But, LeVar, here's my thing, okay? This kid had an opportunity to be around a great quarterback, a guy who won a national championship at Auburn, who was a #1 pick in the draft, okay? Gets the MVP award in the NFL, okay? It takes his team to the Super Bowl. If you have an opportunity to be around somebody of that caliber, you should be using it as a teachable moment. What can I learn from this guy? I would talk less and I would listen a lot because I could probably learn something, maybe ask some questions. But instead, he chose to try to go viral, okay? LeVar, you have a lot of kids you coach. If they're coming at you and, challenging you, do you really think those are the kids that are going places? Or are they going to be like the young athletes who have a moment to be around a guy who was a star at Penn State, who was in the NFL, made a lot of money, and learn from them? I mean, I've been at Fox probably 4.5 years now. Every time I'm around Joe Buck, Colin Cowherd, Carissa Thompson, any of the big stars at this network, I'm a sponge. I'm trying to learn. Chris Broussard, when he's out here in L.A., I'm just learning from him. I'm asking him questions. How do you become a pro in TV? I don't know what this kid's thinking. And I think LeVar asking to talk to his dad was going to be like, yo, you should be ringing this kid's